Good morning. I'm gonna make myself some coffee. So this week I wanted to film a what I bake in the week vlog. I already made some cinnamon rolls yesterday for... Hello, we are on our way to church. So pretty. I just made some cinnamon rolls. Woke up at 7 a.m. this morning to make them. They take about 2.5 hours because of the rest time. The cinnamon roll recipe has a lot more protein in it than the classic recipe does because it uses bread flour. So definitely a big fan of it. It's funny because I didn't coordinate with other people and someone else brought some sweet treats. So I had to find a lot of adults to try to eat the cinnamon rolls, and they seem to really like it. So I count that as a success. Someone actually even brought 3 home with her. And today is Monday. I'm gonna kind of plan out the rest of this week and when I'm going to bake everything. Okay, change of plans because I realized I haven't made bagels in so long. I'm gonna test out a batch today. The dough has finished doubling, so now I'm gonna let it rest and then I'm gonna shape it into little like donut holes, aka bagels. Yay! It's doubled. Here's the dough balls. Now they just need to be shaped. Okay, so they're all done and tucked away for the night. Good night. Waiting to boil them. Okay, going for a swim. Okay, flip. Okay, toppings time. I'm gonna do like half of them as everything bagels. Okay. All done. Moment of truth.
Nice. That's great.
Cheese. I am going to feed my starter so it can be awake for this week's baking. The fed starter. Making 2 loaves. Last rounds of stretches and folds. And it's good because I think it's getting like a little bit tougher to stretch and fold. So I think there's some good like bread structure forming. It's done. Okay. So moment of truth, I'm gonna cut into this. It looks really pretty. I think it looks pretty. Sounds pretty good. We'll see. Ooh. Ooh. Sounds pretty good. Oh. Okay. So bad. Not very good. Not very good. It underproofed or basically not enough starter, I think, ratio. Let me cut the second one. Round 2. Oh no. Oh no. I'm nervous. Better, but not great. Well, it's okay. We can pivot. I can buy bread somewhere. Going camping in a few hours. We'll still have a great time, I think, even without amazing bread. So, anyways. Back from the camping trip. It went super well. It was so beautiful, and I had the best time ever, despite the fact that it was sub-zero temperature or sub-freezing temperature, and I was not anticipating that. My bake in the week was definitely stretching my limits, doing cinnamon rolls, 2 sourdough loaves, and 2 sets of bagels actually, so 24 total. It was definitely testing my limits, but it was so fun to kind of go through all of that, and I feel like I know the routine and cadence of it a little bit more. I feel pretty confident now in my cinnamon rolls and my bagels, but I just like feel like sourdough bread is just that like really tricky item that I just don't know. Like, I don't know, it's just like it's really tough. And I actually got connected with someone who is works at a sourdough bakery. And so I was trying to troubleshoot with them, and they were like, in Utah, actually, the climate here is so dry that things proof differently. So they suggested that next time I proof it by keeping it in the oven with like a hot pan of water. Um, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think that's what happened because I set it on the counter and I think it underproofed because of that. So, anyways, I was really grateful to be able to talk with someone who actually knows what they're doing and like explain a little bit of the Utah climate. So, next time I feel optimistic about it, but I actually did apply to some bakeries this week and we'll be interviewing and hopefully get an update on that soon, which will be super great because I've realized baking this much just uses up so much flour, and sometimes I can just like drop off like I don't know, like 6 bagels at a friend's house, but sometimes people like don't really need that much food. So I feel like I've been baking a lot and not really like finding uses for it, like people to give my finished products to. Slash, like sometimes when the bread comes out like not good, I just feel awful throwing it away. So I am grateful because I'm hoping that by working at a bakery, I'll be able to practice and get better without having to, make like insane quantities of food that no one's going to eat, right away. So I am hoping that I will get better, but in the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in to What I Bake for a Week. It was pretty fun to just, I don't know, have all of these goals this week and work towards them and see some improvement in some areas and also some like kind of know what my weak areas are. So that has been fun. And yeah, I had a really good time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this or if you want to see any more of me failing at baking, but also hopefully getting a little bit better, please like and subscribe and watch my next videos. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.